Hello everyone, GM Akobian here, and I'm going to be showing you the round 7 recap of the 2022 Sinquefield Cup tournament. It was a kind of a quiet round, 4 draws. Mamedjarov drew Nepomniachtchi, Dominguez drew Firuza, MVL to Hans Niemann, and the game I want to show you is the Fabiano Caruana playing with the white piece against Levon Aronian. This game also ended in a draw, but it was very interesting. It was a long theoretical battle. Fabiano was very well prepared, but Levon was, as well, very well prepared and managed to neutralize. But let's take a look. E45, knight f3, knight c6. So knight f6 played. Levon says, okay, we can play the Berlin, perhaps. If you castle, takes. There is a rook e1 line. There is this lines. So the Berlin endgame. But that didn't happen because after knight f6, Caruana chooses to play d3. Bishop c5, activating the bishop. c3, d5 right away. Trying to break the center. Very concrete play by Aronian. Takes, queen takes, bishop c4 now. Hitting the queen, because now you can't really just castle because that would be a problem. Check. And queen takes b5, and you're going to be losing the bishop. So that's why you have to retreat now with the bishop. Queen d6, b4, bishop a6, a4. Now threatening to play a5. Put some pressure. Castles. Knight b2. If you play here a5, then actually there's a very interesting line. Bishop takes f2, king takes f2, e4, attacking the knight. And you don't have a very good square to retreat with this knight. So if you take, knight takes check. Now you have to go to e1. You can't go back to f1. You're going to lose the queen. King e3 will be super dangerous. Now queen f6. And now black wants to play bishop g4, rook a d8, rook f8. And now it's going to be a very, very strong attack on the king. And you already lost your castling privileges, so you're not going to be able to castle. So that's why you can't just play the move a5. It may look like, hey, it's a great move, it's a very easy move. No, but it's not, because if you do that, you're going to be running into a lot of tactics. There is also an e4 move there in that position as well. So knight b2 played, natural move to control everything. Bishop f5. Again, try and put pressure. If you play the move a5 here, again, there is a line bishop takes f2, king takes f2, bishop d3, takes, and only 2 pawns, but again, king is in a difficult position. There is e4, e3 coming up, so it's going to be difficult, to defend against all these threats. So I would say a good compensation for black. So after that, bishop a3 played, and this is all theory, and Caruana played several games in this line. e4. The threat is to play b5, so you have to try to play actively. Takes. Exchange. And long castle. Yeah, there's still about 40-50 games played in this position, and Levon was very aware of this as well. So he played rook a8. Now threatening to play knight takes b4. The bishop is hanging on c4. Bishop d5. Knight e5. And here we are. King b2 is actually the main move in this position. About 30-35 games played with this, and king c2 only 2 games played. So Caruana quickly plays this move, and it becomes clear that this, he analyzed this position very well. And the question is now if Levon reviewed this, or how fresh is this analysis. So now we have bishop takes f2, picking up the pawn, b5. White is trying to expand on this side of the board. Now the rook is under attack, so rook f8, go over. Bishop b6 back. Bishop b4. The idea to play a5, and it's very, very important to understand that you cannot allow white to play the move a5, because after a5 it's going to be very, very passive position. So that's why we have to play the move a5 ourselves to put pressure on the knight, on the bishop. Now white has to take en passant. Takes. And we get into this position. It looks like white is a little bit better. It's got the pass pawn and a5 ideas, and the king is still on g8, but it's very concrete. Bishop c7, attacking the rook. rook c5. If the king was on c2, this would have been just simply winning position because you would play bishop a5 and win the piece or exchange. But with the king being on d1, black has a very nice move, rook d1, d8 check, king c2, bishop takes h2. Now it's time to go after the c pawn, rook c6, trying to win this pawn and then continue push the pawn. If white can manage that to win the pawn, then he's going to have the advantage. But rook a8, not allowing to do that. And now c4. So we have very interesting endgame because white is down a pawn, but it's like he has analyzed this, and look at this, it's still 1 hour and 35 minutes for Caruana. Levon spent about 10 minutes at 124. But black has to try to push his trumps here to try to create some counterplay. Otherwise, if you play very slowly, you're going to lose because the c pawn is slowly going to come forward. h5 played, king d3. Perhaps also a5 is a possibility to play a5, but at some point, you know, black can start playing f5. So king d3, rook d8 check, king c2. Of course, there was an option to repeat here. You know, Levon could have went back rook a8 to repeat, but you know, he's playing for a win as well because tournament situation. You know, need to try to get a couple more wins. So rook d4. Now this is gonna get very interesting now. a5. h4, advancing the pawn. In case of winning the g2 pawn, it will be easier to promote this pawn. Nothing else really white can do. Rook g4 is still there, so rook the pawn. Rook c4, king b3. And now if you play the move rook g4 here, then there's rook c6, bishop g1, rook c2, protecting the pawn, king h7, bishop c5, and if you take, there is a check. So, and this after rook d2, rook d8, this is probably going to end up in a draw because a pawn is going to reach a7, but there are also two connected pass pawns. So that's why Levon decided not to go for this line. Just go rook c1, bishop c3. This is a good move because taking away the a1 square and now getting ready to move the rook and push a6. King h7, rook h7. Because if you just push here, I just have bishop g1 idea. So you're not really going to be able to go too far with this a pawn here. Okay, so that's why he plays here. Attack, takes, and now the plan is to push. Again, if anybody is trying to make a draw, it's now white because black has the extra pawn, and that bishop is just going to go to g1 just simply to prevent the push. So he goes. So he goes here. After that, rook b5, bishop c3, bishop c3, king h7, take. Now a6 continue. Now a7 is very dangerous. After a7 it's just going to be a queen, so bishop comes in here, a7, h3. Now again, if anybody pushing is blocked because now h2 is coming up and try to promote. And if you play h2, rook a1, now there's rook g1. So okay, you can play bishop d4 here because if h2, you just go here. But again, it's like you're still trying to hold, and you are holding by this move. But again, it's still a little bit of work. Take, gotta go here, you know, here, and eventually king comes here and makes a draw, clearly. But Caruana found another clever way to make a draw here by playing the move bishop e5, because this way now h pawn is under control, and now you also have rook a1, rook h1 if needed. So h2 is necessary to play. And after h2, now we're going to get a position rook versus the bishop, which is a dead draw. You simply sacrifice the rook, takes. And of course, it doesn't make sense to play this position because the bishop and king, if the king is not in a corner, it's just a dead draw. So they found the cute way to make a draw here. King h8, bishop e5, and they simplified to a dead draw here. very interesting game. Again, king c2 was the idea here, and Caruana blitzed out all these moves up to the move king c2, and he mentioned, okay, this is an idea. If Levon didn't remember the lines very well, and he would have slipped somewhere, maybe he would get some chances, but Levon proved to be absolutely ready for this line, and you know, played all the correct moves to be able to neutralize opponent's strong preparation. And once again, the key move here is to play the move a5 and not to allow the opponent to get more space here. If you let him to get more space, then you're going to be in trouble. So that's why that's something you would like to avoid. So a solid game, and good performance for both players, and there are just 2 more rounds left until the end of the event. So it's very interesting to see. It looks like right now still Wesley So has the commanding lead after the victory against Niemann in a previous round, and looks like he's in a very, very good position. Let's see how things will unfold for the last 2 rounds. So thank you guys for watching this game. This was a long theoretical battle with excellent preparation for Caruana, but Levon was very, very strong and managed to neutralize the prep and make a relatively easy draw. Actually, at the end, he was the one actually pushing a little bit more too. Thank you guys for watching this game. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and put your notification. You can put some comments so I can see what you're doing about these videos, and we'll have more recaps coming up very shortly. Thank you, and see you soon. Have a good one.